Hey y'all, welcome back to Let's Talk Sis with your girl Tameca, a podcast made for us, by us, where we have real conversations that heals, impacts, loves, and most of all empowers. Today, I am so excited still because my co-host, he's still rocking with me and he's on here.
Buddy.
Man, tell him who you are and that good stuff.
It's your man, Mr. Convo. We back, Mr. 585. We in the building. You know, we can find me out on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Facebook, though, real name, government, throwing it out there. Haywood Watkins. I'm on Facebook. Let's get it.
He gave us his government.
Yup. It's time to go. Let's get it.
We in here. So listen, how was your week? What happened? What's going on? We
Me?
wasn't here last week, so we got a couple weeks to, catch up on and see what was going on.
I know, right? We had the Super Bowl. It was too stressed to be blessed.
Wait.
But I was blessed and stressed.
Let's go back to the Super Bowl real fast. Just real fast.
Real quick.
They was doing their thing.
That was a Super Bowl.
That was a good Super Bowl, man.
Finally.
Man, I didn't know who was going to do it. I thought the 49ers was in there.
Hey, you know what y'all did, right? Y'all made Mahomes mad, and he took the game over to himself. He all right, I'm going to go over here and yell at some teammates. Oh, y'all ain't rocking with me? All right, coach,
let's get it. Right.
Give me the ball.
Right. But anyway, that was, and it hasn't been, I feel like, that good of a Super Bowl. Oh, halftime. Oh. I'm sorry.
I knew you was going to get it.
Wait a minute. So anyway, the Super Bowl, that was a very good game. I haven't seen one like that in a long time, I feel like.
Good game, fellas. Let's repeat that.
Yeah, man. But the halftime show.
Ooh, I'm coming up.
The halftime show, man, Usher did his thing. He
brought the ATL in which he was supposed to do. Mm-hmm. You know, he brought his people and he rocked out. Yeah. Don't y'all be out here on social media trying to, divide that and carrying on, man. Enjoy the show. Yeah. Usher did his thing.
But it just shows real quick, and I'm going to get back to Usher, because Usher displayed all of his talents.
Yes.
Like, I feel like sometimes, even if you don't like something or somebody or their music or whatever, you got to pay homage to where homage is due. So we pay homage to you, Usher.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So, but what I want to say about us, why we always finding stuff to say, man, about everything. We can't even.
Because you know us, we got to find something.
So, listen, this is what I was hearing real quick about Alicia Keys. They was talking about her first note, right? I was like, but we already know Alicia can blow. Like nobody does anything 100% of the time, man. But how many of us? I'm acting like people out here. Y'all raise your hand out there, man. We know Alicia ain't not.
She blows.
Thank you. So if her one little
and check this out. Maybe she had that messed up note because she's watching that natural look. She had no makeup on. Y'all ain't talk about that.
Did they? They might have.
They shouldn't have, because she was still beautiful. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, then I had wrote this on my Facebook because I said everybody was talking about at the end how they hugged and did all that, and she looked and they talked about that, and I said that is genuine friendship. Even if it's not, let's say they was acting, because they act.
That's
as well.
right. Yeah.
Let's say that they were doing a show, but why can't that wasn't a hug to me like they was about to go do something.
Yeah, no, man. And let me just say this on the flip side for Swiss ain't worried about that.
Shout out to Swiss, man.
Swiss ain't worried about that.
Shout out to Swiss, because Swiss said, I'm secure. We gonna get to this. He said, I'm secure in what I'm doing.
You know what I'm talking about?
You understand? And everybody knows that they're in love. Everybody know that Alicia Keys.
That's black love right there.
Swiss, from what we, that
from
they
what
in
we
love.
know.
I watch all the videos. I mean, all the interviews, because I really am invested in them because of how it started. But that's a whole other thing. But anyway, I feel like sometimes we are always looking for something to say about something.
That one little corn chip always got to find itself to the table.
So I had to go back and look again, because when he was touching her, respectfully.
And
then at the end they did it's a song.
It's a performance, first of all. They've practiced that hundreds and hundreds of times, and you see how the music went off and the smile went in the polls. Man, come on, y'all stop it.
Listen,
throw your corn chips out.
I wasn't mad at none of that. He did his thing in the wardrobe change. He did his thing and the skates.
Now some of his shirts were suspect, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
That ain't none of your business. See, here you go. Here you go.
I get to throw it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. I got to.
Leave that man alone.
Hey, the shirt was suspect, but it's Atlanta thing, you know.
Leave him alone. Never mind. You ain't gonna pull me into that. He ain't gonna pull me into that trap. We gonna uplift but Usher and them, they did that thing. That was a
big
good
up
Super
to
Bowl.
Usher and Alicia Keys for actually, you know, holding us down. No negativity. Nobody went to jail. There was none of that going on, man. Big ups to y'all.
Big ups, man. Pay homage where homage is due, man.
Hashtag big up each other.
There you go. How you know I was going here?
Come on now.
Now I'm gonna just parking lot this right quick, but I'm gonna put it out here. I can't wait till Steph take the championship
thing tonight.
I'm on it.
You on it?
I'm on
Did
it. But
you
we ain't
see
gonna
him
talk
last
about your
night?
idea, but we ain't gonna talk about it because then you're gonna turn it to sports.
Okay,
I know how you do.
Okay, you
we
know
got
how
stuff
I
to talk
do.
about. So we have added a new section to our things called, what's it called?
Check it or respect it.
Check it or respect it.
You ready for it?
I'm ready. Let's get it.
Okay.
So he gonna tell me something, and I'm gonna have to either say, "Yep, I'm
you gonna
cool,"
check it
or I'm gonna
respect
it.
it.
What it
So
is. So let's see.
When you check it, you got to give me a reason why you checking it.
Okay, let's get it. All right, man.
And respect, you just gonna respect it, and we gonna move on.
Let's go. What's your?
So you and your homegirl about to go out this night. You call her. Yo, homie, I'm running a little late. I know you're supposed to meet me at the crib. We'll still meet me at the crib. But when you get there, she's sitting in your house with your dude. You checking it or respecting it?
Okay, so let's define some stuff. So my homegirl or my friend?
Your friend.
My friend.
From a long time.
I'm running late.
You running late.
And she in the house.
With your dude.
With my dude. Mm-hmm. Respect it.
Okay.
Respect it. I'm gonna respect that, man. Because I have friends that I trust.
I got you.
And why not? What was she supposed to do?
I hear that.
If I was running late. I mean, she could have sat in the car if she wanted to, but I don't think I have any problems with that kind of stuff. But anyway, I had thought of one while you was talking, and it comes right along with that. Mine is your dude. Can my dude? You have a dude, right?
Stop, baby.
Does he help my friend that's single, right? Do certain stuff that she can't do?
Such as, you got to give me an example on that.
She need help with her toilet, and you know how to fix her toilet.
Okay, respectfully, if I know how to, fix a toilet and whatnot, I'm gonna try to ask my significant other to go with me. Maybe they can chill, give them a time to powwow while I'm in there fixing the toilet. Then there's no funny pictures painted or anything like that.
I really dislike that we have to think about all that.
I'm gonna respect it in that way, but I'm gonna disrespect it if you going by yourself. Because you're going to set up something, fellas, you're going to set up something that picture you ain't ready for. Then that's going to come with questions, this, that, and the third.
It's almost the same as what you was talking about just right now. Like, I feel like, and I'm glad these are the questions because we about to talk about relationship traits and stuff like that. What happened to the village, man? I shouldn't have to. I don't have, see, my thing is for me, I have friends. They have picked up my ex-husband and took him where he needed to go and got him, and I was cool with that. I don't need to check my friends.
The village left when grandma left.
I still have one though. I'm just saying.
I love it. You know what? That is where our roots at. A lot of us need to learn how to sit down and take some of them teachings from our older elders, man, and just follow some of those same values and beliefs, traits, respect. Those things still go a long way. I think we forgot about that. We got away from it, and look how it's turned out for us.
Well, let's hold on because we getting all into the topic. Yep. You got another check it or respect it?
That's the one I got another check it or respect it.
Just give me one more. Let's see.
So, you at the club by yourself. You see your dude.
Okay.
He doing something that looks crazy, but you don't know. That's a family member. You going to see what's going on, or you going to stay in your place where you at right now?
As the family member that might be doing something, wait.
No, like he's talking to a female. You don't know that's a family member. Yeah. Okay. You going to make a scene, or you going to hold
check
it to
it would make a scene. Respect it would be respectful about it.
Okay.
Is that what you asking
Yes.
me? I'm gonna respect that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not about to make any scenes. I would, if I need to go over there and say, "Hey, I'm here, hi," or something like that. But I am almost 50 years old. We're not making any scenes. We're not making any scenes. We're not embarrassing ourselves. And see, this is what I'm talking about. I don't automatically think he's doing anything that's weak. I don't, because
out of his character. His character.
Or I wouldn't be messing with him.
You see,
does that make sense?
Do you think that's a lot of stuff that's going around?
No,
not to get off that.
I know that people ain't doing the same. That's why this is the topic today. Yeah. We're gonna talk today. Our topic today. Let's go ahead and introduce it because let's get it. It's interesting that we're talking about these things, but things to look for in a significant other / relationship. Yeah, we're gonna talk about those things because the problem is that we're not producing healthy relationships. And we're not even listen, it's toxic. It's toxic out here in these streets.
Yes, it
but
is.
I think that maybe we might need to be paying attention just a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Just a little bit more.
You know what? I think we need to also pay attention to ourselves too. Okay. I think a lot of people have gotten away from knowing them.
Yeah.
So when they go out there and they looking for certain things, well, you know what? You forgot about yourself. What do you really like?
Well, here's the thing. How can you look for something that you've never evaluated? Like, you don't even know. You have to know yourself to even have a list. So if you don't have the list, then I remember I read Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, and everybody was so mad at that book. But what he told us in that book, he said, how can you have somebody live up to your standard if you don't have a standard?
That is true.
I was like, "Oh, let me write. But, let's get to writing.
What's
what's
a
the
good
standard?
one. That's a good one.
And I didn't have one at that time. You say, yeah, I didn't have one to find out. Now that list, I was trying to find that list because if y'all saw that, I done upgraded this list. That was like 2010 or 11. The list.
I never carried no list.
I made a list. You can check it in your head, but you have to have a list, or anybody can just. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything.
I never stand for nothing.
Okay, so you have a list. You just may not be written down.
I just
right?
always, knew what I wanted.
That's a list, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
sirs.
Let's get it.
So do you think that before we get into that, but do you think that we're getting these type of relationships in our community because of our poor selection, or are we not waiting long enough to know the true characteristics of that person and we see their representative or their imposter first?
Me, I feel like the representative is first because we always going to put that best first forward. I mean, we going to bring it. We going to say we doing this. We going to make it look good. We going to clean this up. We going to clean that up. But you know what? Sooner or later, somebody always told me, your true self will always come back to the forefront. Talk about it. Talk about it. Man. It's going to come through. Like, if you act all smooth and cool right now, when that certain situation hit home, that coolness going to go out the window. You going to see the real him.
I definitely think that I've been a victim, like you like to call it. I think I've done both. Like, I had poor selection, and then I also, like, I be ready to get to it. I be thinking everybody just me. Like, I'm solid. I'm who I am from day one. Yeah. Right? I'm just who I am.
You know what?
And I be thinking
that's true.
I be thinking every good, bad, ugly. It don't matter.
Bubbly.
I be thinking that everybody's like that, and I've learned that people really do have a I don't have one of them.
You don't have a representative?
No. You know, you've been in trainings with me and stuff. I be the same
This
Tameca.
Is the same her, y'all.
I don't care if I go to the 15th floor, big building,
talking
corporate,
to the president.
But they still.
It's a respect thing. But you know what? You keep, even though you act the way you act, your ethics and your morals are still intact.
They are.
A lot of people forget that. Like, you always want to talk about you stand on business. You telling people you stand on business because your ethics and your morals ain't intact.
That's true.
You trying to make people believe you standing on
That's not standing
on
business. Standing on business is when you really standing on business.
When you standing on business, you ain't got to tell others you stand on business. They are watching you stand on your business.
Oh, okay. That's just like I always talk about when you
what's up, my peoples?
When you talking about you was grown, right? But you wasn't really grown. You know, when we were younger, we were like, "Cause I'm grown."
Wait till I get grown.
I'm grown.
Ooh.
I'm grown. Then when I got grown, I was like, "Who I gotta tell I'm grown?"
Look here,
I'm grown.
I said, you know what? When I said that, when I paid my first bill, I said, "Ooh, I want to go back to not being grown no more."
Listen,
that got a comma in the front. Hold up.
I was just telling my mama. I was like, "It's time for me to move back home." My daughter finna be 18. Now it's time for me to just have a little
transition
room,
time,
a room and a bed, and I'm out of here. She was like, "Well, who going? I don't know. I don't want to work any of the details out.
Transition
All
time.
I want to do is come home periodically.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
But anyway, let's get into it. So
let's get into it.
We're going to go over what are some positive traits. I did some research, and I went over positive traits of that you should be looking for in a man and a woman, right? And then some ones that I picked personally, and I asked you. So,
okay.
So you want them to be somebody to think of. You want them to have the ability to listen.
That is crucial.
Listen and hearing is two different things, though. You know, when you're hearing something, it's involuntary. Listening means I have to actively engage.
Yes.
Say back, talk back.
Yes.
People don't understand
Two-way
that
conversation.
in active listening, you are actually talking back as well, right?
Yes.
Now I had to add in there and learn how to comprehend. Because you could be listening, but your comprehension be off. Because I used to think people had a listening problem, but they have a comprehension problem. I had said this. Can I use an example? I had said something to somebody. I am not going to use that example, but I had said something to somebody.
Come on,
I had said, because he might be listening. Hey, boo. But anyway, I had said something to somebody, and he heard it differently, right? And I said, I need to stop you before you complete your thought, because that thought is related to what you didn't hear me say.
It was going left, huh?
It wasn't going left. It just wasn't if I said this cup is white and you heard it's black and you start talking about black, it's irrelevant to what I just said.
You just said.
Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
And so I wasn't trying to. He felt like I'm cutting him off, and I guess that could be cutting off. I'm gonna learn this, but I'd be like, why are we gonna talk about that and that ain't even what I said? You understand what I'm saying?
Well, maybe
so now
because
your thoughts are all.
Yeah, but that if he interpreted that way, I think you should take the time and make sure that he knows that that's not what you were trying to say, and maybe it was a step above his head. So maybe you got to break it down just like you did to me in the intro, like.
Oh, okay.
This is what I did not ask you to do. This.
This how we gonna do it?
Yeah, no. And sometimes you got to do that because words can get misinterpreted. Just like I tell people, if you mad, don't send me a text message because I'm gonna paint my own picture from that. Mm-hmm. So your words might be intended this way, but I took it this way, and now my intent is to do this.
I think if we go back to what active listening really is, it's when you active listen, somebody say something, and then you're supposed to paraphrase back what they said in your own words, so that we are on the same page. So I was trying to tell him that that's not what I said, and so let's get focused on what I actually said, or what if you maybe you've heard me say that, but this is what I meant.
Okay.
So active listening, comprehension, be respectful, have mutual respect with each other, but be respectful,
and learn how to agree to disagree.
Okay, learn how to agree to disagree. That's a good one. Hold on, I'm just gonna read these and then you
tell me. Go ahead.
And then trustworthy.
I got you. Man,
you got to be trustworthy.
That's automatic for me. If I can't trust you, we can't even rock no further.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, if there's no trust, can we have
a
rock positive relationship?
We can not even a friendship.
Well,
I don't even.
But you know what? We always think about relationships when we talk about characteristics of a relationship. We always think is related to a man and a woman, or hims and chims, or whatever you do. And I be thinking relationship don't have nothing to do with. That you got in a relationship with your job, you're in a relationship with whoever you come in contact with. So these characteristics of a good relationship got to be the same things. These traits are just how you.
They should just transfer.
That's what I'm feeling.
They should just transfer.
What about dependability? Being dependable.
Being dependable is very important because when I need you, I need you.
And how I feel secure and safe in the relationship if you ain't dependable.
If you ain't dependable.
If every time I call you.
Or if every time I'm bringing a problem to the table, I'm helping us figure it out, and then I'm the one solving the problem and putting the plan into action.
So then the other person is not even part
of.
Present.
You're not even present.
They're not present. Present is being present is somebody who's able to be present.
Yeah, man.
What else they said? What they
said.
They had said good communication.
Now see what that looks like. Tell me what that looks like, because good communication can be bad communication.
I think good communication is when you are able to be assertive in your communication. You respect yourself when you respect them. I think that's the main thing, is to be assertive. Be careful of your word usage, your body language, but stand on business. Say what you need to say, right? I think me and you were talking a couple weeks ago, and you said, I think the problem with you and people is that they're not used to somebody being able to communicate properly. How they feel.
Yeah, up front. I'm from the Rock. We don't know nothing else. I'm gonna put it in your face. So you can make this decision. I'm not going to take your decision away. No, I'm not going to take your decision away. I'm going to put it in your face so you can be able to say, oh, this dude is straight up front all the time right now. Can I deal with that or not?
If people don't give us their imposter, then yeah, we can figure those things.
Man, look here.
But I do think that straightforwardness is assertiveness, right?
Yeah.
And being able to communicate, and it goes with good communication. It goes with being mature. Sometimes you have to have conversations that you may not want to have.
That is
true.
But
being able to have those. So, and then I came up with. This is what I researched. They came up with individuality, and I like that because a lot of time you lose yourself in relationships, or you don't know who you are. That would be part of what
Say that one more time.
To lose yourself in a relationship
and not know who you are.
Yeah, don't know who you are. But you were talking about not even knowing who you are from the beginning, so you're not even ready if you don't even know who you are from the beginning, right?
Yeah, you need to parking lot yourself and go back in the house.
Not parking lot. So then these are two that I have not added, right? I have not added them in here, but I like it. Anger control.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Anger
you got to be able to control them emotions, because guess what?
Because it's going to be a lot of them.
Emotions don't have physical feeling. They just emotions.
And they don't always make sense. So you got to be able to
bring them back.
You got to reel yourself in.
Make them make sense.
You got to be able to, but also you got to be able to scale yourself back. Because I'm a woman.
But you know what?
And we get emotional.
People often get it confused. Like, oh, you're not emotionally intelligent. You can't do this. You can't do that. Well, if I can't do it and you see I'm weak in that area, why don't you give me a pointer?
Give me some.
If we're working together. That works. But again, it goes back to that communication.
And I also said, remember I said the problem is the problem, and we the team that's supposed to fight against the problem, not fight against each other to fix the problem, because that'll never fix, because we're a team. Like, you can't fight. Like the 49ers and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The 49ers and the Chiefs, they were fighting against each other, not with each other, because then that would never work. Nobody would have won.
Look here, I don't want to be in battle with my friend.
I don't want to be in battle.
Because I might want to elbow you, but you my boy. But you know what? Even in battle, I'm gonna give it to you straight, no chaser. I don't know how not to give it to you in battle. I mean, in battle we go. That's a whole different conversation. We gonna figure out a way. But in battle, we battling, but we're not battling in this relationship. I'll take you to dinner afterward.
What we're doing in this relationship is we are trying to get on the same team and figure it out.
Yeah, we need to change this tire together.
This goes right with it. And then it said fight fairly.
That one is hard. Woo.
Listen, I had to
fight fairly. Wait a minute. Sometimes
you might have to fight a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes you might
have
to rock with it. But you still
gotta be fair. You can't gut punch, man.
You know some people gut punch,
but that's not what we were talking about.
Especially when they're angry, or when they just heard you and they didn't listen.
But sticks and stones may break your bones, but names will never hurt you. Was a lie from the pit of hell.
Say that again. Words
are the only thing. Emotional emotional damage is the only thing you can recreate in your head, just like it was yesterday.
Besides
that's the only
physical
thing. So when we fighting, if we are going to fight, because that is going to happen. When we're fighting, let's be fair about what we're doing.
Yes.
And remember, I've been saying this. I always have to remember I'm talking to the man in you, no matter what it is.
I take it as, you know what, after this argument, I'm still gonna like you. I'm still gonna love you. So let me watch what I say.
So let me add in.
Because I don't like to lay down angry.
No, we should.
That don't transpire well for the next morning. I need you, even if we go to bed angry or mad at each other, I need you to set me up for the next morning in a positive way.
Yes. Okay.
because
I like that you need me to.
Yeah, I need you to do that.
Yeah.
I need you to, put your personal feelings aside for them 15 minutes and give me the little time I deserve in the morning before I get out the door, because I still got to go make this cheddar.
That would go to one of my extras that I added. I said selflessness.
Yeah, selflessness.
Selflessness, because I may still be mad, but if you need that from me, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And vice versa. I expect you to be selfless as well.
I'm gonna do you the
so
same
I need
thing.
him. I need him to be selfless. I need him to be integral. Stand up right in front of without me watching.
Mm-hmm,
Does that make sense? I need you to, without me watching, I want to be able to see. I want you to be able to continue to do right, because it's all that dark stuff that messes up, right? I want. We already talked about. I want somebody emotionally intelligent. We ain't gotta. Y'all gonna hear me talk about that. I want you to be mature.
We gonna beat that in the head on both sides.
Yeah. I want him to be accountable for his actions. I don't want him to be blaming me or shifting blame, because then if you blame me or you're not accountable, you'll never be different. It'll always be set because you're not accountable to what's going on.
I respect
Does that make
it.
sense?
I respect
you respect that? Okay.
Yeah, I respect
then
that.
I want him to care about others, man. Because people
That's what's missing.
People don't care about others. They really don't care about
you.
You
know what? That goes back to protecting the sister and the homegirl thing. Should you walk her to her car?
I think you should.
Yeah, you know what, homegirl? I'm gonna walk you to your car.
I think you should.
Because there's too many weirdos out here.
Outside.
And then you done been to my house. You done ate at my dinner table. You real good friends with my woman or the lady in my life or my wife, whoever the title may be.
I just think that
I want to make sure I was brought. Maybe I was brought up a little different. I was surrounded by females, so I took on the role of protector, even though I was the one needing protection because they was all older than me.
No, but that's a character trait. I think that of a male, it should be a protector. We're going to talk about the myth of provider later, but the protection, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, something ain't right.
And guess what? Since I was the youngest, I couldn't take on that role of physical provider. I can't fight everybody. Everybody older than me by 20 years. So I learned how to outthink people real quick.
Okay.
Real quick. I saw the dynamics in my house. I saw how smart my people was and how they moved and how they made decisions. And, I just adapted well. And even on the outside, I had good mentors.
Okay.
Michael Swinton, Jackie Williams, Kenny Reed. I had good mentors, Coach Jackson. All the people. I think
that I didn't write that on this list, but I know it's on one of my lists. Make sure you need to see who they hang around and who helped raise them and what their life looks like. Like, how did they grow up and all that other stuff. So let me get my last ones. So I said God-fearing, of course, because you already know. And I need him to pray, too. He ain't got to do a whole little prayer like I do.
But I'm going to pray with you, though.
But pray. And you got to pray, too, because...
Be sensitive. Be sensitive, too. Be empathetic when you're doing it, because don't be just praying.
No, but you supposed to pray from your heart. So there might be some things you need to get from God or need me to be. So you got to be able to open your mouth as well.
Yes.
So then I put patient, of course, because y'all see this hair. I am wild. I'm wild, y'all. I'm wild.
Eccentric. We gonna say eccentric. Eccentric. We gonna rock like that.
I'm me.
All day.
I'm me.
All
That's
day.
That's just what it is. I'm me. And then I put, but be secure in yourself so that we don't have to do a whole lot of arguing about stuff that don't make no sense to be arguing about because you done made up stuff. Put a star by it. I'll put a star by it.
Put a star by security, man.
And I'm gonna give y'all these last 4. Real quick so we can get to yours. Discipline. I want him to be disciplined in himself, so have self-discipline and have self-control. See, that self-control is what stops like all this stuff like cheating and stuff. We want to be all the way wrong about this. There is no way you don't see her beautiful self walking by.
Sundress on.
Way, right? You ain't see all of that.
Shades
all of that on. Right? It ain't no way you didn't see that. It isn't no way that you didn't see whatever.
You didn't see all that rocking.
You're at work and you're having lunch and it's innocent. But then, because I don't believe we have a soulmate. We have a soul type.
There you go.
And there's people that come in your life that's that tight, and so you got to be careful.
That season or reason.
You got to be careful. You got to be that's why you got to be integral and stuff. And you got to have self-control because when they come, you got to be able to say, we can't have lunch
Yeah.
anymore together like this in this intimacy. Now, if it's 5 and 6 of us, we cool. Right?
Yeah.
And it ain't really about are you weak or none of that like that, but just don't put yourself in those situations.
Yeah.
Now, listen, he got to be fine.
Oh, I knew she was going to throw
and
that
you know the
in
next
there.
thing I'm finna say, he got to be fine and gray.
I knew
he just got to be fine and gray. We asked me what I need. Hey, y'all. Listen,
I knew she was gonna throw that.
He got to be fine and great. Okay, don't forget the other stuff. But it's key for me that he's fine and gray.
Hey,
okay.
And she said, exclamate the gray.
Gray. Don't be dying and cutting off and plucking. And we ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
Fine and gray. Y'all heard what I said?
Hey, fellas.
So just in case, 555-1313.
And hit her up on her Jones. You already know the address. She gave it to you earlier.
So I'm gonna give you just a few from women, and then that they said, and then I'm going to let you tell us what you're looking for,
okay.
like what you're. But what they came up with: strength, empathetic, wisdom, and compassion. And I think that's when you think about the role, and we're going to come back and revisit feminine and masculine energy. But when you think about that, you have to be empathetic to nurture. Yeah. You have to have wisdom to handle the house the way the house is supposed to be handled. You have to be able to do all that. Yeah, you got to do all of those things. I think that we always are arguing about stuff that innately should be us.
Yeah, and don't make sense.
Does that make sense?
I think we need to create
trying
those
to say,
roles.
well, I don't got to do all that. I could go out but we're innate. That's what we were created to be able to manage homes and houses and make them what they're supposed to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're supposed to take that house or that apartment and make it a home.
So we got to have
make
compassion.
When
the kids cry, we need to stop
can't
looking
be
at
yelling
these kids.
Hey, my man on here, hold on real quick. My man on here, he told me, say, gray up to you. 555-1313. No, Go ahead with your. What are your things that you looking for? Some of the things I'm looking for might sound a little old school, but you know what?
Hey, they your things.
These are my things. I really need a female who can throw down in the kitchen.
Okay.
Because you know what?
Because you eat.
That's what I'm used to. I'm not used to not being fed in my home.
I ain't mad at it.
I'm not used to having to go out and spend $300, $400, $500 extra dollars. Come on, but I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna say something to y'all. If I got to go to spend $300 and $500 in groceries and go out food, I could be taking that money, saving it, so I could do something special for you.
Or
you want that diamond,
house or
you want that vacation.
Okay, all right.
You want that house. You want me to put gas in your car. You want me to wash your car when it's sitting there and I wash mine.
Okay.
It takes all that.
Okay, I got it.
But you gotta help me open up some
feed
dollars.
The brother.
Yeah, you gotta help me open up some dollars so I can do these things.
I got it. Okay.
On top of that, I need you to take my weaknesses and make them unseen.
Okay.
So the things I don't do well, the things I don't do well, I need you to understand I don't do those things well.
Okay.
Not yell at me.
Okay.
And help me to improve on those things.
Okay.
That's what I need. I also need you to be respectful.
Okay.
By respectful, I need you to stand up for me when I'm not with you.
Okay.
So if you hear people talking about me, you need to check that.
Why would you not?
How
about you don't be going to talk to me about me all disrespectfully?
A lot of females ain't checking females about they dudes.
I mean, like,
they not standing up.
Let me ask you a question. What females are they not checking? Who would be coming to talk to me about my man?
It's just, I have questions. It's not about who. It's about the person. It's like when somebody in your circle or outside your circle, you might be run up on them. You be like, hold up, y'all talking about my dude.
Oh no, they not. I
don't know. We not having that.
Because whether it's my dude, my kid. See,
I need you to stand up for me when I'm not there.
Whether it's my dude, my kid, my mama, Julian, you, I don't care. We not talking about nobody in front of me. Let me tell you real quick. I have a situation where my cousins. Well, anyway, I don't care. My cousins they be going at it, right? And so I come in and I say, wait a minute, y'all not about to talk about anybody in front of me.
That ain't cool.
I'm not about to do that. You're not going to talk about each other in front of me. Not like that. Now, if you just going at it. But I remember when my mom had her 50th wedding anniversary, one of my cousins was talking and he was saying all this stuff. And I said, come here, sit down. Let's have a conversation.
Ooh.
He said, I can say, no, you can't, not in front of me. Now, maybe in front of them, you can say that, but not in front of me because that's your cousin and you will not disrespect anything that I love.
Big cuz came up and spoke.
I'm little cuz, but I'm big cuz.
Hey, but you know what? I'm younger. There needs to be more of that in the family dynamic. Because we the family. We the family. If we can't check each other inside our own family, how are we going to be able to hold ourselves accountable out in the community?
I'm going to say this because, we use words that in our community that people be tripping about. But I don't even want to say check it.
Those words, we give them too much power.
We do, but I just want you to hold people accountable. We go.
Them little cereal pellets ain't bullets. Them little cereal pellets ain't bullets. I left off at respectful. Me myself, I need to see how you treated your dad. I want to see how you. I want to see how you treat males in your family.
Yeah. Okay. Or around you.
Because if you don't know how to treat them well, you definitely can't deal with this over here.
But you also have to look at how the males treated her because that's going to be where the trauma comes from. That's going to cause her to not treat people.
Yeah, but hope. Can I say something? This don't sound mean, but that's her trauma to deal with. Don't bleed that off on me.
I didn't ask to bleed on you.
I know that,
but I'm telling you what to look for as well.
But I'm just adding. I know that, but this is what I want to.
No, but I'm saying, but just listen to what I'm saying because I'm not negating what you're saying. I just want you to think about this as well. Yeah. When you're looking at it as well, make sure you're looking at who. Like just for me, what's your relationship with your mama?
Yeah.
What's your relationship with your dad? Because that's gonna cause you to have trauma and you're gonna be bleeding on me. That's all I'm saying. What's your last one?
Well, yeah, my last one and my very last one is just be yourself.
Okay.
Don't be painting pictures in certain situations and things and coming up with these results when you really not like that. Because I'm gonna see through that. I'm going to see clean through that.
You want them to be genuine.
Yeah, I'm going to see clear through that. And then once I don't see you got one time to take something I felt was genuine and turn it into something ugly. I'm out the door.
One time?
One time.
Okay. All right.
Because
put the check down.
If you do it that time, you're going to do it again.
But listen, how about this? Maybe sometimes I didn't know. I just need a conversation.
Nah.
Okay, well, that's
Nah, I'm out the door. Because you don't put up that facade. You fugazi with it.
Don't be trying to take my word. Anyways, listen, y'all. So I wanted to get on something which I don't have time. So I'm going to come back and make this a whole topic. But I want to clear up because I want y'all to come back and listen. I want to clear up man as a provider financially. I want to clear up that myth. I want to clear up that. Matter of fact, I need a whole podcast to talk about that.
We need two podcasts about that.
Let me make sure I get back to this.
We can't even park it like that one. We just gonna. That's two whole shows.
We gonna talk about that, and we gonna delve kind of into that thing because a man as a provider, especially if you're speaking spiritually, that ain't what that meant.
Right.
It didn't mean that he gonna go out and this rent getting a lot. Listen, can't nobody pay all that by themselves.
Look here, man. You got two people living in a one bedroom now. Rent's till $2,000
for the
little Jones.
Right. So anyway, listen, y'all. What I want us to do is to be able to better pick and select. Yes. And let's not do it too quickly. Let's pay attention. Let's take our time so that we can create. We need to create a village again. We need to create unity again. And it starts with the one relationship that's the most powerful on this earth is man and woman as they cleave together and become one as they uniquely are two. You understand?
Yeah.
And in the Bible say where two or three agree on this earth, there he is in the midst of it.
Strength
so if we can
numbers.
get that back, then I think it will change the trajectory of this world. So this is what I challenge y'all to do, man. I challenge y'all out there, if y'all listening to me, I challenge y'all to make a list that makes sense. Make a list, know your standards, and stand on business all 2024. You can find us on the Central City Radio app. You can find we on iHeart now, y'all. Y'all get on iHeart and Apple, and I don't even know what else.
We mixing it. We mixing it. This is gumbo.
We doing it.
Yes, but we also put some sauce on
YouTube at Central City Radio and subscribe to Let's Talk Sis. I have some, but I don't know what it is. It's Tameca Howell, but I don't know how to put stuff on it, but we'll figure that out later. I'm at Tameca Howell everywhere on TikTok, on my Instagram, on my Facebook, Tameca Howell at yahoo.com. I think some of them, Instagram is Tameca8, And then TikTok is Tameca88, but it still comes up Tameca Howell if you guys come there. But find us, check us out, listen to us, subscribe, like, comment. I need y'all to start commenting. But comment, share the page, man, because we trying to spit some knowledge in 2024.
Send me some questions, all of that, man. I don't care what it is. You know what? Before we get out of here, let me big up my fan book people on here. Big up to everybody who showed love, who showed up and showed out. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Y'all know, anybody who know me know this is what I've been doing since I was young. I've been giving dudes the deal in the communities. I've been volunteering in the community. I was the only urban in the dude in my inner city, in my little hood, to volunteer their time, to open up, to be an employee, not getting paid, in my community center, Bader Street Community Center.
Well, let's just watch for us, because we busting out in Phoenix in the community to help, us get our relationships together.
Yes.
We'll see y'all next week. We out this piece.
And as always, 2 legs up, guns down, conversations up. Let's go.